Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Eiled Spell channel. Today, we're going to dive into the world of Stoicism and explore some of the most inspiring and thought-provoking quotes from Stoic philosophers. Do not waste time on what you cannot change. Epictetus. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. B1. Marcus Aurelius. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Seneca. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Seneca. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Seneca. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Epictetus. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Marcus Aurelius. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Marcus Aurelius. It is not what we get, but what we give, that makes us rich. Seneca. Do not be troubled by the thought of death, but focus on how to live. Seneca. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Seneca. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Buddha. The only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. Socrates. We are not given control over what happens to us, but we are given control over how we respond. Epictetus. The only thing in our control is our own thoughts and our own reactions. Epictetus. Do not be afraid of death, for it is the end of all our troubles. Seneca. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Aristotle. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. We are responsible for what we are, and whatever we wish ourselves to be, we have the power to make ourselves. Swami Vivekananda. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Epictetus. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. What we fear of doing most is usually what we most need to do. Ralph Waldo Emerson, influenced by Stoicism. He who would rule must first learn to serve. Marcus Aurelius. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. Do not let the past define who you are. Let it enrich who you will become. Marcus Aurelius. It is not the magnitude of our actions, but the amount of love that is put into them that matters. Mother Teresa. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Plato. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Buddha. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head-on. Marcus Aurelius. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Søren Kierkegaard. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus. The universe is full of magical things, patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Eden Philpotts. Do not wish for things to be easier. Wish for the strength to endure them. Marcus Aurelius. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the world belongs to you. Lao Tzu. The only way to live a good life is to plan it, make a strategy, and stick to it. Marcus Aurelius. Peace of mind comes from not wanting to change others. Marcus Aurelius. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Albert Schweitzer. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. Plutarch. When you're good to others, you are best to yourself. Benjamin Franklin. The only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The more one does and sees and feels, the more one is able to do, and the more genuine may be one's appreciation of fundamental things like home, and love, and understanding companionship. Amelia Earhart. And that concludes our list of 50 Stoic quotes. I hope these words of wisdom from some of the greatest Stoic philosophers have inspired and motivated you. Remember, the philosophy of Stoicism is not just about facing challenges and difficulties, but about living a good life and finding meaning and purpose in everything we do. So, let's embrace the Stoic way of life and make the most of every moment. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay philosophical.